This is All India Radio. Children's Hour. Good morning, children. Welcome to today's Children's Hour. Today, we have with us your friend Siddharth Shivani Venugopal. His main hobby is writing. What all he has achieved in this field and how well he got interested into this, let us all know about it from Siddharth only. Hi, Siddharth.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me on the show.
Just now I was introducing you to your friends, saying that you are a writer. But before that, I want to know, what is Siddharth doing as a boy?
I study in class 6th in Kumarans, Shri Kumaran Children's Home Educational Council, which is located in Malasandra. My hobbies are gardening, singing, writing. I play the violin and I also make models.
What models?
I make a vast variety of models, mostly based on science. I have my own YouTube channel called Rags to Riches. There I show people how to make sustainable models from reused scraps.
Okay, conservation of environment.
Yes.
So what all do you use for your models, raw materials?
Whenever we order stuff, we get the cardboard boxes. So instead of throwing it away, I will see what can I make out of it, and then I will make something. I will show people on my channel how you can also make it.
So you have many subscriptions for your channel?
Fair amount.
Fair amount. Okay. Do you think people will get awareness about conservation?
I hope that people do get awareness of conservation, because now is the time we can act. Otherwise, it'll become too late.
Because already microplastics are getting into our body.
Yes.
That is what science says.
Yes.
And we should avoid using plastic also. But again, there's a satire to it. Siddharth, whom all do you have as friends in school or in near your house?
I have quite a few friends. We are very closely connected. We play football. We do all sorts of stuff, get into mischief as like any regular person. So I enjoy a lot of time with them. But mostly it's not like they are any literary folk. They like English, but it's not like they are. I have one of my friends in school who has taught me a lot of vocabulary. Due to his knowledge, he has passed it down to me. I also have gotten to know so much.
Talking about vocabulary, do you read dictionary?
I read a lot of books. From there I keep on getting many words, so I ponder like what are these words, and then I may go to Google, or I'll ask my mom what are these words, and then if she tells me, then it's like a goal that I've achieved. I've come across a new word, so now I can use it in my day-to-day life.
So you make your own diary of synonyms, etc.?
No, I mostly keep it in my mind.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that I know, Siddharth is into many fields like writing, which is a serious version, and then you get into mischief also. Two contradictory things. Where do you find time for all this? And you have your own YouTube also, for which you have to upload videos.
In this, I mostly, when we have school from which ends at around 2:40 types, our school is far away, so I reach home only by like 3:30 types. So after that I have lot of time, and I just space out things as much as I can, so that I can just savor the pause and enjoy.
That means you are not a mobile addict.
No, I mostly watch for half an hour in a day, that's it.
Because when you sit with the mobile, the day just flies away, isn't
Yes.
it? So that's where you accommodate time for all these things.
Yes.
And you go out to play sports
Yes,
also.
regular school day and I don't have any vacations or anything, I'll play for 1 hour types. Sometimes I have classes and all, so I'll only come back by like 6 o'clock, 6:30 types. By then mostly people have gone, but I will play like cycling and all that I'll do on my own. And when it's vacation time, easy 2 hours.
Which sport fascinates you very much?
I love playing many sports. I love playing football, badminton, swimming. I like cycling and running too. I don't go for coaching of any sport. I would like to take up football and hockey, even badminton maybe at a serious level.
Which subject interests you more?
I am very much into science.
Into science. Which part of science?
Science, all the parts. There's no segmented favorite.
Mathematics?
Mathematics, yes, I do. I get little bored with some topics and all, but otherwise, I really like the subject.
So, in the future, we see Siddharth into pure science?
Maybe not pure science, but in a high factor of science.
Okay. So, you have any dreams for your future?
Yes, I've been wanting to work in DRDO, ISRO and all. I also wanted to become a professional footballer, but in our country, I don't know if that can happen.
So, you are sure you are going to stay in India?
Yes, very much.
Not going anywhere out of country?
No, thank you.
How do you see India as a young boy?
Our country is extremely well organized. Everything is going about nicely, but here and there maybe we can do better, our government, but otherwise I am very happy with the way everything is working out.
Okay. In your house, who supports you the most?
Because of my mom only I got to learn writing.
What does your mom do?
She is a journalist and she also teaches in my school. So because of her, she has imbibed writing philosophy into me, and that is how I've been writing stories. All the stories I have, they are on a website called Story Weaver by Pratham Books.
Okay. When did your literary journey start?
It started at a young age only, 3 to 4 years or so. She started telling me, you start writing stories. So I just imagined things and I started writing short stories.
What all books have you read?
I read lot of books, I read encyclopedias, I used to read Geronimo Stilton, Harry Potter, and yeah.
Which part of Harry Potter fascinated you the most?
It's a part where Harry was abused by his cousins, step-parents and all. I felt that was very bad because they thought they wanted to teach him to be a muggle, but later on I feel that he also got into a lot of mischief and he just started going around and enjoying with the people who he really wanted.
You think friendship is more important to take you to the correct path?
Friendship alone can't just take you to the correct path. Friendship, family, all these can take you to the correct path, but you should also know that there are both the sides of the coin. So there's the positive and the negative. That part is taught by the family.
Now that you are into writing, Siddharth, you write poetry also, you write prose also, right?
Yes.
Which attracts you the most? Where do you see your future, as a poet or as a hardcore writer?
My answer for that question would be I don't have an exact thing that I love poetry or I love writing stories as such. I like story writing more than poetry because it's you have to bring in your whole imagination. It is long as it looks, but when you read it, it's like you're transfixed into it. You're in some other dimension and all. But right now I still do mixes, and even in the future I would like to do mixes.
You see your friends around. Do you see any scope for reading the books in future? Kids of your age, do they sit and read? Do they love to read?
Yes, they do, because in our school we have a library. So we usually we have 5 days of working days. Out of that, every class, one day they will get a period. So usually last 2 periods are 30 minutes each, while the rest are 40. Ours is placed in the one of the 30-minute period. People are very concentrated on reading books, and that is something which is very nice to see. All of them, everyone keeps going to the library book, and if one day they miss, next day they'll go, "Ma'am, my library book, ma'am."
That's very nice to hear.
Yes.
Because as elders, we always see the negatives in the next generation, right?
Yes.
But when we hear such positive things, it gives us a hope.
I understand.
Right? And for people like you who are into literature, who want to write and present to the world of fantasy and the world of imagination, give some work for the brain. It really is interesting. So, Siddharth, now that we have spoken so much about your interest in literature and writings and all that, uh, apart from that, I wanted to ask you one more thing. Have you presented your writings anywhere on a dais or a stage or something like that?
No, not quite. Like in my, I have only put it in Pratham books, in the organization. Otherwise, not quite. But I have put quite a few for science, not for literature as such.
Hmm. So, you want to get into the international arena or national arena as a writer?
Yes, that I have science. I just take it. Literature. I take it up as a hobby, but it will be. I will find it nice to go at an international or national level.
But what I find fascinating about you is that you are into uh, science, which is a world of facts, and writing, which is a world of fantasy. But you want to balance both of them.
Yes.
So I wish you all the best. Now, I want not only me, including me and the listeners, all of us, we want to listen to your writings. Please present and tell us what is it about.
Finish line. What is a finish line? It is that endless imaginary line which makes you run around your ambitions just like the way Earth rotates on its axis. Alas, you realize that when you triumph over achieving a goal, there is another one waiting miles away. This very finish line fuels your ambitions to set the bar higher. With this heavenly gift of life being limited, all people desire to accomplish the things they aspire before crossing the ultimate finish line. The path to arrive at the finish line is a rigorous journey that requires toil and might, along with patience and perseverance. But the ultimate joy of the finish line is only when the aspirations are of our own, rather than owned due to peer pressures. Rejoicing the pure joy of success over your goals comes when you are content about it and don't take the example of society like many of us. We are all unique, and so are our finish lines. Chandra yearns for a humane earth. Ah, the stars, we long of grasping you in our palms. Every boy and girl dreams of being shot out of the atmosphere and into space. Whoosh! Now we have succeeded the space race. Our conquest conquered not just stars, but planets and moons too. The dastardly devious plans of humans has destroyed these delightful planets. Their fate is as dark as a black hole. No one is stopping astronauts from exploring the multiverse and engineers designing new space shuttles with out of this world technology so that astronauts can touch Saturn's breathtaking rings, ensuring our astronauts an astronomically jolly time. Instead, they drill holes in the moon for minerals, in the process making it look like Swiss cheese. Why don't we first fix our planet Earth, as it has given us life to live in peace and harmony? Start exploration, stop excavation. The moon would have been hit with a wave of sadness for naming the landing of Chandrayaan 3 as Point Shiv Shakti instead of Bharat. Every human has greed, but we also have the power to control that greed. Let us unite to protect and preserve this universal wonder. Maybe Chandra yearns for a humane earth. If I were, I am sure a number of thoughts come flooding to you when the topic if I were was brought up. Ever thought of the universality of a phoenix across unique cultures and religions? So, if I were a phoenix, I would be a fiery ball of crimson going faster than the speed of sound. shattering clouds as if they were glass. Rising from my ashes, my feathers would turn from inky blackness to vibrant hues of scarlet, marmalade, and amber with emerald green eyes. Challenges wouldn't deter me, and failures wouldn't defeat me. Even during storms, I would soar high into the sky, giving hope to all. The flapping of my wings would sound like the booming of thunder. As I descend, I would enter one of the well painted home's chimney. At the hearth, I would see a pile of wood and set ablaze to it, bringing success, warmth, and prosperity to all living there. The ashes formed from the fire would give rise to a new phoenix, representing rebirth. Due to my heavenly virtues and invincible spirit, I would be known all around the world. The Egyptians would associate me with their sun god Ra. The Hindus would consider me the chariot of Vishnu. The Greeks would relate me to their sun god Helios, akin to the Egyptians. For the Christians, I would be a sign of victory for good over evil. Thus, laying sight upon me would be a good omen. Due to my eternity, enigmas would desire to transform into me. I would catch the imagination of many authors through the ages, from Joseph Nix to J.K. Rowling. I would be eternal and mystical if I were a phoenix.
Siddharth, that was very nice. And as I was listening to you about Chandrayaan, you have made a pun out of it, Chandrayans, right?
Yes.
So you have said, I observed one point there, Chandra would be sad being named as Shiva Shakti instead of Bharat. Why do you feel so?
Because when Chandrayaan had landed, that point which it was landed was called Shiv Shakti, which we all know. But Bharat is a country which is a secular country. It brings us pride and joy.
So you love the name as Bharat.
Yes.
Your love for the country is evident when, as a boy, you are very sure that you don't want to travel abroad, but you want to stay in the country and improve the nation.
Yes.
Okay, that is very nice to hear, Siddharth, and thank you for being part of our children's program and talking to your friends and making us listen to your writings. Wish you all the best for your future. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, friends, that was your friend Siddharth Shivani Venugopal, who was a part of our Children's Hour today. Hope you enjoyed the program. See you later. Bye.